morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. Hello, how are you all doing? I am doing very well now. Last week, I had a little infection, and so I wasn't doing very great last week, but now I am doing very, very well. Like I said the other time, no, before I continue, thank you so much for liking it, subscribing to it, commenting it. Thank you very much, and for sharing it. Thank you so much. I do not take it for granted. I do appreciate it a lot. Like I ended the other time, I was moved from HDU to the recovery ward. And so in the recovery ward, like I said, that is where I started getting up, getting myself up, trying to move and everything. So in my previous videos, I've already told you that before they did the transplant, they had to empty my stomach. After transplant, it has to be filled again. You have to start eating slowly and fill your stomach up. And so I have been moved to the recovery ward. So in the recovery ward, that is where I started eating slowly. And that was the most difficult part of my recovering, eating. I found eating very, very difficult. I started eating things like Weetabix, cornflakes, anything that is very easy to swallow. Well, one thing that I've also found very difficult was walking. So I started using a frame, a Zimmer frame, to start getting myself up. So the physios come to help me get up in the morning and try to do some few steps in the morning. It wasn't easy. It was really, really difficult to start walking again and to eat. I remember when I swallowed my first Weetabix, it wasn't easy. Now, what happened is that because the stomach has been emptied, if you eat, the moment that the food gets into my stomach, I get very, very, very bad pains in my stomach. So when you eat, trying to fill the stomach up again, when you eat, you get bad pains in your stomach, you get stomach aches, you get cramps and everything. So what happens is that as you are getting the pain, you are taking your painkillers as well. You are either taking your painkillers. I hadn't started swallowing tablets by then, so I was pressing my pain button to get my painkillers. So that was what was going on. I started walking slowly, very slowly with the Zimmer frame. I couldn't walk without holding the frame. So anytime I sit up in bed and I want to get up, when the physio people come in the morning and they are getting me up, they get me up, I hold my Zimmer frame and I start to do some slow walking. So I walk for a little bit. I started with 4 or 5 steps to go and come. So as time went on, it started getting better and better and better. So that is what was happening. I started swallowing my food bit by bit. I remember the first food that I ate was trying to eat Weetabix. When I swallowed the first Weetabix, I was telling myself, God is so good, because it wasn't easy at all to swallow food. It was so difficult. I was thinking, can I be able to eat it? But I remember one of the nurses telling me that you'll be so surprised, Anita. Yes, you can be able to eat. You will start eating and doing everything like you used to do. Just pray that your liver works so well and it doesn't reject or anything. So that is what was happening. I was started eating slowly, eating very well. I started drinking water slowly, eating any food that is liquid. So cornflakes, Weetabix, Rice Krispies. I started eating all these things. Yogurt. I started drinking juices like 40 sips. That will give you all the nutrients that you need. And so I was doing very well in my eating. We were about 5 people in the recovery ward. I was the only person who has done a liver transplant. There was another lady there who has already done a liver transplant, but her transplant, she did that about 10 years ago. So I think that she was having a little bit of rejection. That is why she was there. So all the rest of the patients in my ward were all people who have done kidney transplants. So I was the only person who has done a liver transplant in my ward. Everybody was encouraging me in the morning. They were all saying, "Oh, Anita, get yourself up. Oh, you are doing very well. Oh, you are walking well. You are doing great, Anita. I like the way you are eating. You are trying to swallow your food. You are drinking water well." And so I was happy and I was doing well. I was recovering very well. It was very painful. It is not an easy recovering at all. As you recover, it is a different thing altogether. The first phase is doing the transplant, and the second phase is recovering from the transplant. Because the second phase is recovering from the transplant. Because you have all your pins, you have everything is just fresh. It is one of the most difficult things because I still had my catheter. I still had some of the tubes around me. So it wasn't easy at all. In the morning, the carers come and help me to wipe down, to wash down. And every other day, they change my dressings. I still had my clips. I still had everything. And when the doctors come around in the mornings and in the evenings, they are always pleased with my recovery. I was trying my best. I was getting myself up. I was really confused as well, totally confused. Even though I was confused, I was saying strange things. I was always asking for my husband. I was asking for my son. I was asking for my friends. I remember a nurse telling me that, "You know what, Anita? Be selfish for once. Be selfish for once. Think about you. You are always thinking about your friends and family, husband. You are thinking about your son. Now, please, can you think about you? Recover. Please do recover." And so I was really happy. I was very, very happy. It was the happiest moment of my life when I was recovering. I was so happy that I could swallow something. It is not easy. Guys, do not take life for granted. I started swallowing bit by bit. It was so great. I was doing so well. It wasn't easy. I was doing more scans. I was doing more ultrasounds to make sure that the liver, my new liver, is working very well. I was so happy. My doctors did a very great job. Like I always say, some people ask me, "You are always praising your doctors." No, I'm not praising only my doctors. I am praising the NHS as a whole. I am praising the NHS as a whole. And so it was good. It was very good. Thank you very much for all my friends. I don't know how to thank my friends. I don't know how to thank my family. When I started talking, I started calling my family, I started calling friends. Everybody was surprised because, like I said in my other videos, lots of people did not know that I had done the transplant. A lot of people did not know. And so when people started getting to know, it was great. Everybody was happy for me. Everybody was happy for me. I was doing well. I was recovering well. I was eating well. It was painful. I started walking slowly, like I said. I started talking, even though some of the things that I was saying did not make sense. So far as I was talking, the doctors were very, very happy. I was taking my antibiotics, like I said. It is very, very difficult to recover from any infection as you have done a transplant. Very, very difficult. So you try your very, very best not to get any infection that time. Very, very difficult. I don't want to say much. A lot of people are asking me about the number, about the WhatsApp number. It is in one of my videos, but I'll put it on the screen. So it is on the screen now. So this is the WhatsApp number that I have, that you can throw your questions at me and I will try my best to answer them, or try my best to answer all the questions. Thank you so much. I do appreciate every bit of it. I am very happy that you are doing well. I am doing great. You can see that. I had an infection, like I said last week, but I am recovering from it and I am not doing bad at all.
A good woman will come from the Lord. They know they see her for market. A good woman is a blessing from above.